أما بعد. قال الله تبارك وتعالى: يا بني آدم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، يا بني آدم خذوا زينتكم عند كل مسجد وكلوا واشربوا ولا تسرفوا إنه لا يحب المسرفين. وقال تعالى: يا بني آدم قد أنزلنا عليكم لباسا يواري سوآتكم وريشا ولباس التقوى ذلك خير، ذلك من آيات الله لعلهم يذكرون. وعن عبد الرحمن بن عبد القاري قال: خرجت مع عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله عنه ليلة في رمضان إلى المسجد، فإذا الناس أوزاع متفرقون، يصلي الرجل لنفسه ويصلي بصلاته الرهط. فقال عمر: إني أرى لو جمعت هؤلاء على قارئ واحد لكان أمثل. ثم عزم فجمعهم على أبي بن كعب رضي الله عنه. ثم خرجت معه ليلة أخرى والناس يصلون بصلاة قارئهم. قال عمر: هي من بدعة هذه، والتي ينامون عنها أفضل من التي يقومون، يريد آخر الليل، وكان الناس يقومون أوله. وعن ابن عباس رضي الله عنه قال: كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يصلي في شهر رمضان 20 ركعة في غير جماعة والبيت. رواه البيت. My dear brothers, Alhamdulillah, today we are going to read Surah Araf. We will complete Surah Araf and we will start Surah Anfal. There is one ayat in Surah Araf where Allah says: Ya Bani Adam qad anzalna alaykum libasa. That, O Bani Adam, we have sent upon you clothing, libasa, yuwari sawatikum wa risha, where you cover your private clothes. There are some people in this world who say this, that when you came in this world, when we came in, we came naked. So they say we should walk around naked. Allah's hukam is that Ya Bani Adam qad anzalna alaykum libasan yuwari, that we have sent upon you clothing. So atikum walisha, that you cover your private parts, you cover your body. وَلِبَاسُ التَّقْوَى ذَلِكَ خَيْرٌ, and the libas of taqwa is more better. Now, following on, the other ayat says: Ya Bani Adam khudhu zinatakum inda kulli masjid. That when you do salah, take your clothes which you prefer the most. Especially when you go to the masjid, wear clean clothes. Wear clothes which cover your sadr. Sometimes what happens is that people come to the masjid, men, and their shirt is so short. And then, because, mashallah, most people have a big stomach, so when they go inside ruku, so you can see their butt cheeks. Abid is laughing. But this is true. So wear something which covers our body. And we should wear clothing which is loose. It's not only for women, it's for men also. That our figure doesn't show. And there's no necessity that you have to wear a jubba or jibba. You can wear lungi, you can wear a shirt, you can wear a kurta, pajama, whatever you want to wear. What is your national dress, you can wear, but you have to make sure that it covers the body, that none of the body is exposed. And don't wear clothes so tight that the figure of a person is seen in those clothes. So when we come to the masjid, make sure that we wear appropriate clothing. If somebody invited us to the White House, would we go in beach shorts or Bermuda shorts? When you get invitation, it's written, come in attire which is appropriate. So what do people do? When you go to a wedding, do we go in Bermuda shorts? No, we go in suits and ties and so on. So why is it when we come to the house of Allah, do we think we can come in anything we like? So when we come to the house of Allah, come with respect. Ba'adab, ba'nasi. Be'adab, be'nasi. If we come with respect, Allah will give us respect. If we come with disrespect, Allah has no use for us. So this is part of our deen. When we go to the masjid, obviously, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, they wear shalwar kameez, mostly men. And women wear their own clothing. So where we are from, we wear the Arabs, they wear jilbab. So okay, no problem. If you come from Malaysia, they wear trousers which are very wide, and they wear shirt on top, which is not like the shirts that we wear here. So every country has its custom and clothing, but it has to be loose clothing. And for men, the ankles should not be covered. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said the man who covers his ankles, that part that he covers is from the fire of Jahannam. So we should make sure that our ankles are uncovered. We can wear socks. There's no harm in wearing socks. And the hadith of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, that first the hadith of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to do Taraweeh, Salat Taraweeh, Abdullah ibn Abbas says. And he used to do 20 rakats, but not in the masjid. He didn't used to do it in the masjid. He used to do it at home. And not in Jama'at. Because Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in his lifetime only did 4 days Taraweeh in the masjid. 23rd, 25th, 27th, 29th, according to some of the odd nights Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did. And he didn't do an hour of it because he didn't want Taraweeh to become farda upon people. But Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did do Taraweeh, but very rarely in the last year. After that, the Sahaba, in the time of Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, they used to do, each person used to do his own Taraweeh, or 2-3 people used to stand together. And in the beginning of the Khilafat of Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu, this carried on. Then Sayyidina Umar saw that 4 people are doing here, 1 person is doing here, 2 people are doing there. So they were clashing because they're reading Quran. So if everybody is reading together, it's going to clash. So Abdul Rahman ibn Abdul Qari radiallahu anhu says, the Sahabi of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sayyidina Umar said to me, I wish I could gather them under one Qari, so they all read together. And because also Umar radiallahu ta'ala who knew that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do it at home, 20 rakats, so he made 20 rakats Taraweeh. And the person who was leading was Ubay ibn Ka'b radiallahu anhu. Aqra'u hadhihi al-ummah. He was the best reciter of the Quran. So he joined. So Ubay ibn Ka'b said, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't do this. So Sayyidina Umar said, yes, but this is khair. This is khair. That's why Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, alaykum bi sunnati wa sunnati al-khulafa al-rashidin al-mahdiyyin. That you have to follow my sunnah and the sunnah of my khulafa al-rashidin. Atu alayha bin nawajis. Hold on to it with your jaws. Because the adhan that we have in Jummah, the second adhan, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam's time they didn't used to do a second adhan, which is actually the first adhan that we do. And then the Jummah adhan is done in front of the khatib. So they didn't used to do in the time of Sayyidina Abu Bakr. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't do it, Abu Bakr didn't do it, Sayyidina Umar didn't do it. In Sayyidina Uthman's time, Medina spread. So he used to have one adhan called outside the masjid. And when everybody would come, then the adhan of Jummah would be called inside the masjid. And all the Sahaba of that time, they all agreed upon it. Ijma'i Sahaba, the consensus of Sahaba, all the 4 Imams, Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, Imam Shafi, Imam Ahmad, Imam Awza'i rahimahullah, all of the major Imams, they have all agreed upon it. Similarly, all the Imams have agreed upon 20 rakats of Tarawih. Nobody is disunited in that. Rather, Imam Malik says 38 to 39 rakats of Tarawih. Nobody has said less than 20. Those who say less than 20, they take a hadith of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam that every night Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do tahajjud. And وَمِنَ اللَّيْلِ فَتَهَجَّدْ بِهِ نَافِلَةً. Tahajjud is done throughout the year. Tarawih is done. When do we do Tarawih? Only in Ramadan. If I do elan that after Ramadan, every Saturday we will do Tarawih, will you come? I will come first. Tarawih is only done in Ramadan. That's the Sunnah. There is no harm if somebody does it on their own. There is no harm. But in the masjid, Tarawih is only done in Ramadan. And the consensus of the Sahaba is 20 rakats. So some people think that if I do more than 8 rakats, maybe my legs will break. Or maybe my stomach might become upset. This is all because we don't do ibadat. Why? We don't do ibadat. That's the problem. We never woke up for tahajjud. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do most of the night tahajjud. Sahaba used to do tahajjud most of the night. If we do tahajjud once a year, we tell everybody, "Aaj to maine tahajjud puri thi. I prayed tahajjud today." So what? One day, a few years ago, some people came here on the 15th of Shaban. So they stayed and did ibadat. They did ibadat. So I came in the morning in Fajr. So we had kept the masjid open, but whoever wants to come to ibadat, they can. So when I came in Fajr, after Fajr Salah, I did my dua and I was going. So one of the brothers stopped me. So he said to me, "Imam Sahib made dua." I said, "I did the dua, brother." He said, "No, we want another dua." What's this other dua for? He said, "We stayed here all night and we did tahajjud and we did this." So I said, "Bhai, mujh pe ehsan nahi kiya. You didn't do any favor to me. That's between you and Allah." But I could have told him that throughout the years, I've never seen you here in Fajr. These are what we call Barsati Mendak. These are what we call in Urdu Barsati Mendak. You know what that means? Bangladeshi brothers didn't understand. But they know what I'm talking about. Barsati Mendak means when it rains, some frogs come out. You know, we have all here. So, don't be like that. Do ibadat every night. Even if a little bit. Do 2 rakats. No. Do 2 rakats. Do a little bit of tilawat of Quran every night, every day. Do sadaqah. You don't have to do thousands and thousands of dollars. You can just put 50 cents in the sadaqah box. But try to do it every day. Do khair every day. So that if our maut comes, we go with khair. Yesterday, I knew a brother in England. Yesterday was Friday. So our Jummah time, it was their Asr time. So he must have done Jummah in the masjid, came home, did Asr, and he was sitting doing dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and his maut came and doing dhikr he went. Since the age of 15 or 16, he always used to do ibadat. Always. So Allah took him doing ibadat. Allah took him doing ibadat. So if we are continuous in ibadat, doesn't mean that you have to leave all your family, all your homes, all your businesses, your jobs. No. Islam, la rahbaniyat in Islam. In Islam, there is no rahbaniyat. There is no. We don't tell people to become monks. No. In Islam, we have to marry also. We have to have children also. We have to have families also. At one point, we are children. A point comes when we have children and grandchildren. So, there is no rahbaniyat in Islam. The only time rahbaniyat is in the last 10 nights, in the 10 days of Ramadan, for the person who does i'tikaf. So nobody yet has given the name, yes, this year to do i'tikaf. So if somebody is ready, let me know, inshallah. We will provide for them during the i'tikaf in the last 10 days of Ramadan. But other than that, we have time, come to the masjid whenever we have time, or whichever masjid is close to us, from our workplace or from our homes, go there, especially in Ramadan, at least do 1 or 2 salat in the masjid, make dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, do tilawat of the Quran. This will come to our use. Otherwise, nothing else will come to our use. Everything else will disappear once we shut our eyes. So my dear brothers, be not a Ramadani Muslim. Be not a Ramadani Muslim. You know what a Ramadani Muslim is? He comes in Ramadan only to the masjid and only practices in Ramadan. Then as soon as Eid comes, he says, Assalamu alaikum Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I'll see you next year. No, don't be like that. Be a Muslim. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu udkhulu fi silmi kaffah. Enter into Islam completely. Don't be like the Yahud. أَفَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِبَعْضِ الْكِتَابِ وَتَكْفُرُونَ بِبَعْضِ. That they believe in some part of the book and some part they don't believe in. So may Allah give me tawfiq also. Inshallah, as you know, I've been announcing it. We need 500 people to give us $300. Inshallah, if we get 500 people to give us $300, the land qarz will be paid off, and we can have some of the land in the back cleared off, so that we can start. The next project is to start raising money for building the masjid, inshallah. If we can't give, no problem. Make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy. This is Ramadan. If we make dua, I don't know, Allah might answer your dua, somebody else's dua, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make it easy for us, inshallah. So don't forget the masjid, don't forget your children, don't forget your families, don't forget your neighbors, and that make dua for them also. Make Ramadan that we benefit from it. Do not make it that Ramadan goes and we are not forgiven. So may Allah give me tawfiq. Inshallah, from tomorrow, Isha Salah will be at 9:15. From tomorrow, inshallah, throughout Ramadan, then Isha Salah will be at 9:15.
Terima kasih.